The recipe for a great meal takes more than just cooking. It's about people, passion, history, and adventure, in the kitchen and out. I'm Chef Biju Thomas. I've been an athlete, author, and a lifelong lover of food.
This is amazing. Just make really delicious food, simple, and it works.
I've learned that the best meals can take you down the road less eaten.
We are in the wonderful, magical, incredibly beautiful Moab, Utah. If you've never been, you have no idea what you're missing, and let me tell you, you're missing a lot.
Moab feels like another planet, but in the best way. Red rock for days, canyons that go on forever, all wrapped up in national and state parks. Whether you're into climbing, hiking, off-roading, or mountain biking, this place will push your limits. It's world-class all around. But what you don't expect, the food scene is legit. With millions of people passing through every year, Moab's not just feeding the crowds, it's starting to impress them. And that's why I'm here, to eat some incredible food and maybe get a little trail dust in my teeth. But first, I've got to build up an appetite. And lucky for me, I'm in the mountain biking Mecca. Whether you're new to mountain biking or full sand certified, Moab's got you. There are hundreds of miles of trails, plenty of gear to rent, and guides like Ashley Kornblatt will show you the ropes. Moab wasn't always this bustling hub for outdoor enthusiasts. It's built itself up from a previously quiet mining town into a go-to travel destination.
So Moab started, like a lot of places in the West, with resource extraction, and here it was uranium.
How long ago did that kind of stop becoming the main driver here?
It was in the 80s, and it really slowed down, and there was a chance Moab could have gone away.
Yeah.
And then mountain bikers and jeepers discovered it, and the rest is history.
Riding in Moab is really unlike a lot of other parts of the country in that the trail systems here all originally started as mining roads or horse trails or whatever it was that people needed to get access to the mining sites. Then eventually they started adding trails and building and curating, but they're incredibly beautiful, very wild trails in that they just kind of go, they're out there. But there's something for everybody.
I could spend all day out here on these incredible trails, but this is a food show after all, and I'm getting hungry. So it's time to head into town and get our first taste of what the Moab food scene has to offer.
If you're coming into Moab for the first time and you have no idea where to start to go get lunch or to go get dinner, the Moab Food Truck Park is the place to go.
Conveniently located right downtown, this place has something for everyone. I'm meeting up with Carrie Finn, owner of Quesadilla Mobila, and the first to open a food truck here.
I'm looking into your super secret quesadilla manufacturing operation here, and I heard and I read the sign that you were the first food truck to open here. Get out of here, really?
In 2012.
And what on earth made you want to open a food truck?
I was a teacher prior to doing this and kind of got burnt out on that job. Was traveling over here from Glenwood Springs every weekend and climbing down at Indian Creek, making quesadillas for friends, and they said, these things are awesome, you should think about selling them.
Yeah, this is how we all get roped into restaurants. Right, I hear it.
I had no idea.
This is how it happens. What really makes your quesadilla stand out?
So we bring in chilies from New Mexico, hatch green chilies, and then we bring in our red chili from Chimayo, New Mexico. So the meats are really flavorful.
I love ground Chimayo sauces because you get that earthiness to it. They have some other layer of flavor.
Yeah, it's the umami flavor, I think.
Yeah, there's something going on.
Yeah.
And do you also have a restaurant, or this is it?
No, this is it.
So good, you stuck true.
Keep it simple. No, I call this a lifestyle business, and that it provides my lifestyle in Moab as well as the employees that I have.
The quesadilla cravings are real, but so is my curiosity, and we've got a few more options to explore. Another staple of the Moab Food Truck Park is Wrap It Up, owned by Nurai and Barish Karadas, which serves fresh Mediterranean-inspired cuisine.
This family came out here on vacation 5 or 6 years ago, and they just decided to stay, which was a running theme across everybody we met here. They came for a vacation. Next thing you know, they're moving here and starting a business. So from Turkey to Virginia. You work in D.C. for a while. You come out here on vacation?
On vacation.
This is what
And
happens
we
in your
stayed
town?
here for a few days.
Yeah.
And now we said, I think we just fell in love with the scene and everything. It's just beautiful, small town, but it's just like so much to do in here.
Yeah.
And now we always dream about opening Mediterranean.
We mix different cultures here. So this truck is little Greek, little Turk, and
Little bit of
little
Greek.
Lebanese.
Oh, nice. It's beautiful to be able to come to a truck
Yes.
in Moab, Utah, and try all of that. Of all places.
We wanted to really share those experience and the recipes that we have. Like I grew up in the family where grandma cooks, mother cooks, father cooks, everybody cooks. The food is very important. So Mediterranean food was one of our dreams to cook and share our recipes. We were very welcomed in here. Started with the locals. They really supported us. And all of a sudden, all the tourists are coming in, and then they start coming and trying. All the feedbacks are great. That means a lot to us.
Surrounded by food trucks on all sides, my willpower's fading, and the delicious smells have officially taken over my attention. First, I'm trying the Santorini gyro from Wrap It Up. It's made with a layer of tzatziki sauce, both fresh and roasted veggies, and a generous helping of lamb and beef gyro meat. While traditionally served in pita bread, their version all comes together in a perfectly thin wrap.
This is little unusual gyro wraps because, Greek style, they usually use pita bread.
Yes.
So this is like a taco. Yes, that's correct. But I don't want to give the customers that bread.
Yeah.
So this is
Too much
very,
bread, yeah.
that's correct. It is a perfect, I guess, balance.
It's everything it looks like. It's like this beautiful, lovely texture on the outside. Got that roasted vegetable coming through in a bite. I've never had a wrap, a gyro wrap like this. It's so good. It's like you get a bunch of flavors and texture. That's what he said. He's like, you took something very Turkish, a little influences of Berlin, and then married it with Moab. What would Moab people like? It's all right in there. Delicious.
While I made quick work of this wrap, Ashley's taking on the local legend from Quesadilla Mobila. This is the one that started it all, the Southern Belle. It combines red chilies, shredded pork, and spicy roasted sweet potatoes. And that sweet and spicy combo is what makes the whole thing sing.
I'm going for the sauce. Wow. The red chili is really flavorful, and without killing you.
With our bellies full, and before Ashley heads out, now's the time to get a little more serious, because exploring Moab takes more than just curiosity, it takes preparation. Out here, the basics matter. Sunscreen, at least a gallon of water a day. Make a solid plan. Always tell someone where you're going, and consider hiring a guide like Ashley to show you around. And while taking care of yourself is key, the land asks for more. Moab's beauty is built on a fragile desert ecosystem, so exploring it means respecting it.
It's all about staying on the trail. So if it's a road or a trail, you don't want to make it wider.
Yeah.
Because how the desert survives is that cryptobiotic soil that holds the water in and makes it possible for all the other plants to grow. And once people have trampled it, it takes 30 to 100 years to regrow. It's really hard for it to grow. And that's something really important to learn how desert plants survive. People are used to walking around and finding a tree to lean their bike against. We're like, lay your bike down in the road, be on the side of the road, stay on the trail. We've tried to plan these regrouping spots that can handle everyone standing around. It's tricky, but once you get your brain around it, it's easy, and it's just super important because we want to keep single track single.
Carried forward by good food and nowhere to be, we did what you do in Moab, chase the next beautiful thing. This time, it was grapevines growing out of the desert floor. What do you do when your uranium boom goes bust? If you're Moab, you plant grapes and make some astonishingly good wine. These vines were first planted as a way to rebuild after the Cold War, creating a new kind of fuel for the local economy. Nearly 50 years later, these wines sell out fast, loved by locals, tourists, and restaurants alike.
we get to meet Russ, who, like a lot of people we've run into, comes out here for a short stint, a weekend, a month. Next thing you know, he's the winemaker producing all these beautiful wines in the Spanish Valley. Okay, so you've got ridiculously dry sand, dry air, really hot temperatures, which makes for very few grapes that could actually thrive there, right?
Very few. The saving grace is our colder nights, though, too, which gives us we'll get 30, 40-degree swing day to night. That and the shade from the rim. And our other little secret, you won't hear about this in many winemaking or grape growing places because, well, there's not many people growing grapes in this kind of place.
Sure.
But above about 95 degrees, these guys shut down just like they would on a below 50-degree day.
Really?
Yeah.
What does that mean? They just stop growing?
They, you know, if you get into the itty-bitty of the stomata on it closes up.
Okay.
So they stop respirating, they stop photosynthesizing, and they conserve their energy.
Really?
Just like they would on a colder day, actually.
What?
So despite being this crazy hot desert, those three factors all let us do those more kind of classical German varietals actually thrive really well here.
Because those German varietal grapes grow so well in this dry, rocky earth, these vines are actually the original plantings from the early 70s.
These have been around about 50 years, these vines we're looking at.
Yeah, and we have some advantages with that. You might be looking at the vines and noticing, well, how come they're so thin looking? If you worked with other vineyards, you know, you might realize, hold on, that trunk is only, you know, 4, maybe 5 years old, actually.
Yeah.
That's because we're on native plants here. We don't have any graft union. Most wine plants, you know, most grape plants, you have a root ball that you've chosen for disease and soil resistance and compatibility, and you put your flavor on top and graft them together. And so when that trunk dies, you got to bring in a whole new one, replant it. But we have such a unique environment. The grapes don't really struggle too much, but almost all other life struggles out here. Mold and mildews, phylloxera, can't handle the heat, can't handle the sand. So we're able to do just the same plant, no graft top to bottom. So when my trunk gets too old, maybe it has a bad winter, or someone nicks it with the tractor, chop it down and a new one comes right up, and I've got fruit 1 year later.
And from soil to stem, I've seen how the life of a grape begins. But the entire winemaking process happens right here in this garage. So Russ has taken me inside to be part of the bottling process.
That's where the magic happens.
Dude.
Come on in. It's basically your uncle's garage, but with a little bit bigger of a tank.
First stop in the bottling process is the sparging station, which uses nitrogen to dry out all the oxygen, which helps preserve the wine's quality. Next, the bottles are filled through a pressure-fed machine.
And this is a really clever little contraption. The wine's flowing out of here, the nitrogen gas is escaping back up into the tank.
Okay.
So it keeps everything in the tank fresh. And then once the wine reaches this level right here, it blocks off the port and automatically stops
look at that.
right at the level you want it.
It just perfectly done, stop pouring.
Yep.
Every one of these 10,000 bottles they produce annually is then individually sealed with an air-powered corker.
Whoa.
You're a natural.
Look at this. 10,000 times more, we've got a whole season harvested. This is definitely a labor of love.
Yes. When we say handmade, it is very literal.
Even though he's an expert now, winemaking isn't what originally brought Russ here from his hometown in New Jersey.
But my passion was actually rock climbing. In Utah, I'd never heard of Moab.
What?
I passed through and kind of fell in love with the red rocks and the small community and all the, you know, a lot of very, very passionate people working on very, very small scale, very involved projects, and I just loved that energy. So I stayed here and started guiding on the river, doing whitewater paddleboarding, rock climbing, canyoneering. But I knew the old winemaker as a friend from the river. And so I was just helping him out trim the field. And, you know, the owner saw that I was interested. So I just kept saying yes, and after about 9 months of just learning on the job from the old winemaker, the torch was passed on. Yeah.
This. Huh?
Yeah, there's something different in it every time.
Whoa.
Wine of 1,000 flavors, I always say. Yeah, almost a hint of caramel in there, the lychee, the honey, the clove, the allspice.
You get the
grapefruit,
lychee flavor in there. You
citrus.
get that tropical
So
note.
many.
Big, round, sweet, lush notes in there.
This is our cherry wine.
Okay.
And this is kind of one of our signature wines.
Really?
Yeah, Utah's not known for cherries, but we do grow them. There's a great orchard that we just truck these down from up north, and then we make it all right on site here.
Whoa. Man. Not at all fruity candy. The tart is wonderful in there.
Yeah, tart cherry pie.
I got a cinnamon note. That
Exactly.
first sip I took, I tasted cinnamon. How do you get that? And you're adding cinnamon in here?
No, we don't touch this one. We do all our winemaking pretty natural, pretty hands-off. Just make happy plants and try not to screw it up as the winemaker.
This on some ice cubes. I mean, not to get too, you know, too trashy, but I would love this on some ice cubes, just sitting out, shoeless.
Hey,
Huh?
however you like
Right away.
it.
Cheers,
You
buddy.
should have it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Growing up in Colorado, I'd heard about Moab since grade school, a mythical landscape with a collection of iconic destinations, including Arches, Canyonlands, and Dead Horse Point, where we got to raft into town on a mellow stretch of the Colorado River. Moab's got no shortage of guides, and today I'm joined by Jonah Boyer. As an outdoorsy person, you may find it surprising I've never been rafting before. Mostly because I have an irrational fear of buckles.
So many buckles.
But that's all going to change today.
Hey, Jonah, don't forget to get in, all right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Look how cool this is. Dude. Woo! Risk. Wait a minute, am I the only person getting splashed?
Yep.
Jonah, why do you look so dry back there?
Hell yeah, dog.
Even just drifting a little ways down the river, you start to notice it. Away from people, it's quiet in a different way. The kind of quiet that invites everything else to come out of hiding.
I'm seeing so much more wildlife. There's a ton of birds and look like big dragonflies right here in the grass. Dude.
I've always heard that rafting is this fun, laid-back, perfect way to beat that brutal desert heat. And now that I've done it, I get it. The author Terry Tempest Williams once said it best. Perhaps this is what I desire most, to sit and watch the shifting shadows cross the cliff face of sandstone.
You know, wilderness, especially on the river, that's what got me here. But what has kept me here, I think, is, and this a little corny, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart, like community. When you hang out in a tourist national park town like Moab, sometimes you don't even need to go anywhere to find these people from far out. And they all come here to appreciate the same thing we all came here for.
That is so true.
This part of the river is like a mall parking lot, so I convinced Jonah to let me take the wheel.
So what's the trick to keeping it steady?
Are
oars in the water?
Or dip your oars in the water.
Okay.
Think about rowing long. You don't need to row strong. It's more like dancing than it is wrestling, right? Think about the finesse.
More like dancing, less like wrestling.
Yep.
That is good. I need to remember that for life.
Yeah, there's 2 rules, man. Keep the boat on the water, keep the water out of the boat. So far, you're doing both great.
Turns out, I won't be going pro just yet, so I tagged out and jumped into a topic where I actually stand a chance.
Get out. Wait, did you say you work as a dishwasher?
Yeah, in the dish pit, dude.
Get out. Do you like being in kitchens?
It's great because working in the dish pit, I don't have the same kind of responsibility or like safety concerns as I do guiding, but I still feel like I'm like a linchpin, you know?
100%, man. I say it all the time. People take for granted how important a solid dishwasher, a person there who can manage is when you're in a busy restaurant. Because not having the right dish person can bring the whole thing to a grinding halt. Man, this is also making me very hungry already.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to think of some places to send me for lunch later.
I'm pretty biased. I work at this one place in town called 98 Center.
Really?
98 Center, Vietnamese fusion.
Yeah.
Couple from Philly. They do cheesesteaks, nachos, and right next door you got Sabaku Sushi, which you might say like sushi in the desert. But Alex, Frankie, the folks that own that place, they're like passionate, very passionate about it. It's good stuff.
After hearing that glowing endorsement from Jonah, I had to check out Sabaku Sushi. I'm meeting up with owners Frankie Winfrey and Alex Borchevsky, who've managed to combine their love of the Moab Desert with Japanese cuisine.
So I got to have some incredible sushi in the middle of Moab, Utah, where I was not expecting great sushi. I got great sushi. Okay, so you opened up a sushi place in the middle of Moab, serving some of the best sushi I've ever had. What made you do that?
Well, we really wanted to find a way to live in Moab full time. And we both had been making sushi for a long time in Salt Lake City. And we really wanted to bring something to Moab that Moab didn't already have.
Okay.
So we just thought that this town was really prime for a restaurant of this caliber.
So, I mean, first of all, you couldn't possibly be more landlocked than you are here. You have some of the freshest, most delicious fish I've had. I'm assuming it's not from a local ocean.
We don't have catfish from the Colorado.
Catfish sushi, it's something to think about.
Yeah. So we get this fish from all over the world. You know, and people are like, how do you get such fresh fish? And I just say planes and trucks.
Yeah.
You know, the simplest thing, right? But
what happens when there's a blizzard?
Then we don't get our fish. It's not easy to get this product here, and we've strived to get like the best product that we can get here. Otherwise, I'm like, if we don't, you know, sushi in the desert, right? Who wants to, like, it doesn't really make sense.
That didn't used to be a thing. Like, you know, back in the day, if somebody said, come have sushi in the desert, like, I'm good. But now, I've heard about this place from so many people, and then to finally be able to come out and to finally be able to try it, it's really mind-blowing what you've done here.
I'm stepping behind the counter with Chef Frankie, who's going to teach me how to make one of their most popular rolls.
What are you making right now?
This is actually it's on the menu. It's called the Delicate Arch Roll. It's a roll wrapped in cucumber.
Okay.
No rice or anything like that. It's kind of a colder, not as heavy of a roll.
Nice.
So
it's perfect on a warm day.
Cucumber and fish. Yeah,
Lovely.
definitely a pretty refreshing one. We're gonna put the plate together first.
Nice.
So this is the daikon radish. Somewhat of a palate cleanser for sashimi. It's got a little bit of spice to it, but not a ton. And then, on yours, you can take yours like this. Just cut it right across. And stick it on there like that.
Whoa.
Kind of wrap it around a little bit.
Look at that. Okay.
Yeah, nice.
When you're making this, why this particular combination?
I mean, there's a lot of combinations that would work really good, but this is the only cucumber roll we have on the menu. We kind of went with the ones that people tend to go for. People really like the tunas and the salmons.
Dude, this looks beautiful. It's a great combination, man.
All right, so at this point, we're gonna bring this over and I'm gonna roll it like this.
Rolling over the tuna and the salmon?
Yeah, I'm just rolling it and try and get it nice and tight so it takes good form.
You practice a little bit more than me, so...
Yeah, I've had a few more days, so.
Okay, look at that. It's coming together. That entire chunky cucumber, that's one order.
Yeah.
Half cucumber, yeah. It's a little loose on one side, is that all right?
Yeah, we'll fix that at the end. Then we're gonna cut it into 6 pieces. Yeah.
Oh man, yours looks so much better. I see what you did. Leave a few of the pieces out so it has some shape and height, but I would have tried to smush it all together. So tell me, is this one of your dishes that you came up with?
This combination is with the sauce that we put on it. It's an onion garlic ponzu that goes on top.
Absolutely my favorite flavor. I could just chug shots of ponzu if given the option. A little bit of chunks in there. Is that from ginger or a carrot?
That's the onion and the garlic that's in there.
Oh, got it, okay.
Yeah.
Because you get in traditional Japanese dressings, they always use ginger and carrot, and gives it that texture, which is, I love that silky texture of raw vegetables.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. You did really good for your first time.
Thanks, buddy.
Showed promise.
Had a great teacher, huh? Everything was done, so it's pretty good. That's beautiful, man.
Altogether, this sounds like a crazy combination, but this chef knows exactly what he's after. The cool, crunchy cucumber and greens against the fatty salmon and dense tuna is all brought together with the wonderful chewiness of the red crab. It's unlike any sushi I've ever had, and not what I was expecting to find in Moab. It's no mystery why millions of people are drawn here. Moab's just got this energy. From folks chasing perfect light for a painting to those chasing perfect lines down a trail, this place has a way of calling you in. And honestly, I've only tasted a tiny slice of what this town's serving up.
It is such a cool and special thing to see a small town in America thriving the way that it is. You get that vibe, you get that energy where people love and rely on each other, and people look to each other in the community to grow and to support each other and to really build what makes Moab special.